Hey listeners, before we start, I want to let you guys know that we have a YouTube channel called Anime Lately, where we do anime, mangas, movie reactions, and review. If you like to laugh and be entertained until you realize you just stayed up all night long, not realizing what time it is, but you got work in the morning. But so, you're not gonna, instead of having just that 1, 2 hours of sleep, we might as well just continue watching our videos because we are hilarious. And you know what? Watching the commute. And who why not? You can always listen to us, work on us in your work days, wherever. We're always there on our Anime Lately YouTube channel. If you have a 9 to 5 job and you need something to listen to while you're doing your work, give your boy Rayapollo a watch or a lurk onto his Twitch channel at rayapollo.tv. This just in, new Saiyans have been born, but out of all of them, only comes out one legendary Super Saiyan, and he shall not be named, but you will know if you haven't figured this out anyway, guys. This month, your boy Ray Apollo is playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Watch or lurk into his Twitch channel as he plays as Goku. He will help you remember back in the days, the day where everything was so simple. Waking up early in the morning, being in front of your TV and watching Dragon Ball Z, he will give you that experience again. If you need more movie reviews to listen to during your commutes, listen to Careful for Spoilers podcast network. They have new episodes that just came out featuring the top 10 worst films of 2019, most anticipated movies of 2020, and the Oscar nominations. Check them out all on your local podcast network: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and more. If you're also listening to more anime and manga podcasts, please check out our friends at Anime and Chill Podcast, Get in the Mecha Podcast, Mike Check Waifu Podcast, Project Manga Project Webtoons Podcast, Black Anime Podcast, Worst Generation Podcast, Anime Summit, Black Anime Podcast, and yeah, those are all our friends here. Check them out if you want to listen to more anime manga podcasts. Now back to our podcast. Welcome, Anime Lately podcast listeners and YouTube podcast watchers, to another episode of the Anime Lately podcast. I'm your host, Sam the Manga Man, and here with me are my Brotakus. Introducing first, the Game Master, the legendary Super Saiyan, Broly. Ha! He is someone even more legendary. He is someone that shall not be named. He is the director of anime, Mr. King of Games himself, Ray Apollo. Introducing next, the lead demon in the Black Clover community. He is a great love for Trigon, Dr. Stone, and One Piece. The intellectual and sensational legendary Vash, Miguel Parra. And finally, our last co-host, he is the CEO of the Careful for Spoilers podcast network, the founder of the No Anime, No Life Facebook group. He is a connoisseur and a passionate man for movies. The great and talented JB, James Barnes. How y'all doing?
Oh, very happy to be here.
Definitely as well. Very excited
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you for those wonderful introductions yet again.
As
Always. Always. I love hearing them, being introduced as a legend all the time. I'm glad to know as a demon as well. And I'm glad to know I'm a Super Saiyan as well, because I know that you was talking about me, of course, the whole time.
Really? Wait, no.
No.
I'm pretty sure that was within categories of Ray Apollo, the one
It's
who shall
because
not
it
be
is-
named.
It was because it was. He just wants to have all the names, but he can't have them. He picked his already. So those are mine.
Well, my name is Legend Divash, so like when I hear legend, I feel like I'm being called like as the Legend Super Saiyan.
Sir, I am the director of anime. I say nay.
You got it. You got it.
Oh man, it's been so long. This is our second episode of the year, and we'll want to start our weekly anime watchings and manga readings, but really we just need to talk about the recent My Hero Academia season 4 episode 13 episode.
And what a good episode that was. I know, as you guys if you're a fan of the YouTube channel and everything, Ray took over our reaction and I'm happy he did. One thing I want to say personally, I'm happy the love you guys are giving him, the feedback you guys are giving him, the watching, because the views are much higher and everything, but also the passion you guys always give him in the Twitter and the YouTube side and everything. So, and also he's such an entertaining person to edit his videos and have a good time, just making it more entertaining and adding enjoyable clips for it. Because right, Ray, you enjoy those videos I do for you.
I sure do love your edits. They are so funny. Yeah.
But overall, I gotta say, Deku, this guy went Super Saiyan. Like, he went broadly Super Saiyan, and I gotta say, like, he had a mixture of, like, with no kidding aside, his animation reminded me of a nice Ultra Instinct with broadly type of animation green with the nice white overall with the whole Deku going 100%. So I really dig the color scheme with the green of him and the white all going around him. So it was really cool.
I know. I this is one of those things where I was watching it, and the reason why I didn't say anything, I didn't reference Super Saiyan at all. It's just because I felt like it literally just looked like a power up. But it wasn't like a Super Saiyan power up. It had an aura,
Ray.
and it was strength is what I saw. I was like, so I specifically in the reaction like did not say anything about Dragon Ball or Super Saiyan because it just didn't look like that. Like it I mean, we all know power-ups from Dragon Ball, you know what I'm saying? But they did enough that it didn't look like a Super Saiyan power-up per se, but it was just like, oh no, this is Deku putting out all of his power at one time. And this is what it does to him and the area around him, which was awesome, by the way. I freaking loved it. I mean, y'all already saw me rant and rave about it, but God, it was so good.
Yeah, it was honestly, in my opinion, 10 times better than what it was in the manga. Because I was losing my shit when I read it, but when you see it animated, I'm like, dude, what is this? Am I real? Like, am I actually watching this right now? And it's a natural progression. Like, you've seen one for all full cowling at like 8%. Then you see him go to 20%. It's a natural progression that 100% would just be everything you've already seen, just amplified. Like the first time he activates it, he just jumps into the air, and Overhaul doesn't even know where he is.
Well, because he's moving so fast, he was just gone.
Yeah, Deku realizes he's in the sky. He's like, "Wait, what?" It was just so good.
I will say that moment reminded me a lot of Ultra Instinct, which was awesome. Like I love the first time Goku like hits Ultra Instinct and he flies at Jiren. He's like, oh, I'm really strong now. And that was Deku.
The one thing I was going to mention about like the only comparison I can give to Ultra Instinct is right at the end where he punches Overhaul and it's just he's partially destroyed by the wind pressure before he even gets hit. Like I was like, oh my god.
So I mean, what I love about this is that nobody can ever say that Deku will not become the strongest hero, because that is the version that we will get of Deku in the future. That is the strongest
power.
That is the strongest version of Deku, and it is insane. And even that, I just imagine Prime All Might now flying around like, God dang. Like that's why he ushered in an era of peace single-handedly. That's insane.
And that's something that I wish we see in the future as into a prequel movie, hopefully down the line when the series ends or comes closer, because that's something that I wish we could see something about All Might. Like, we know how strong he is, and what Ray said, that we know how powerful he is because of what Deku could do 100%. But imagine that All Might to use the power that he to speak his actions, but also talk the walk, and to actually him take out and actually make the whole piece of Japan, maybe the world, whatever. We only know small Japan and about the heroes. But imagine what he did outside. So something I wish we could have seen his glory days, his his next golden years that I would love to see about his true powers, his true biggest enemies. That's something that would have been great.
There will be a movie, I guarantee it.
I think either a movie or we get a standalone manga for All Might, I think.
Because I want to see how powerful this guy was, and to see with Deku get the 100% showing, because I love how it also with what James said that I just want to piggyback that we've seen with Deku going from 5 to 8% to 12% to 15 to 20%, each going to stage, and he knows what's his limit. He said, "Oh, I'm going to 22%. Wait, that's too much. Let's go to 20%." Which in my head, I always wonder, how the hell do you calculate that in your body system? Like, how do you calculate, like, okay, let me use this percentage in your head. Like, how do you imply that level system in
That's
your body
why
percentage?
I don't think people give Deku enough credit.
Well,
because think about that.
How could you also calculate 1,000,000% too? So
Yeah, like, how do you, like, with 100% I get is like you're not holding back. That part I get. But how do you calculate the 20%, the 21%?
So how I see it, the reason why he's able to even use full cowling is because he visualizes I can't remember specifically.
Remember the egg?
Now. Yes, but he's visualizing something to help him concentrate. So to me, he knows, like, think of it like a cup of water. You know, just by eyeballing it, it's like, oh well, this is about 20% full. True. So it's just that same visualization. It's like, all right, this is 20%, this is 15, this is 50. Like, it's just feeling it. It's, oh man, it's so good. There's so many things you can say. The animation of Overhaul looking up at Deku coming down with the fist,
and he just, you can see it in his eyes. You can see everything in Overhaul's eyes. He's like, oh shit.
And but there's one thing I want to give props to Overhaul animation as well, that has been very consistent with him and showing the whole redestruction and the regaining.
This episode, it was the best it was the entire arc, and it was so good.
I was very happy to shows, and also I felt like we got more understanding about Eri and Overhaul's power, and I guess connection more about them more than in the manga, because in the manga I had a understanding. But in the anime, watching this episode, I had a full understanding. Like, oh, Overhaul fuck her up. Like, he really messed up in the head.
They definitely explained it more. They definitely made him out to be more of the monster that he actually is.
Yeah,
like Overhaul is not a good person at all.
I'm wondering how many people she's seen him kill for her to feel like this.
Like, now it shows why she had a hard time to open up and to actually scream for Deku. Like, she had to let everything go to just be on a person that she just met, but his warmth felt like this is what is over the cliff. To finally feel safe is to actually feel not being scared from a dude that been torturing me for years and years. But
yeah, it was her deciding that she wanted to be saved, and that's what I wanted to see. She decided that she wanted to be saved.
One thing that I love also about Ray's reaction sometimes is that sometimes I want him to just take over the manga reaction as well, because his anime reaction be like, "Ooh, I have a nice theory. Ooh, I have a nice theory about this. Ooh, this is theory. I have a good theory for manga." Like, he keeps saying that for every video. I'm like, but then
because it's like once you start paying attention to what Horikoshi's doing, like it's easy to have more theory.
For this exact episode is where I understood, because I watched it with Sam, and we had the same theory that I think Ray had about Eri and some doctor as well. And it's like interesting. I'm like, now because from what the boss said from the Yakuza, he said, "Oh, she's been mutated," and we're like, manga. We can't speak manga spoilers here.
Nope.
Until we tell you guys, time frame. But this is pretty interesting. So for manga readers, you guys know what to do. It's interesting. So that's why I was very fascinated about this. When sometimes when Ray speaks, I'm like, you're connecting the dots, my boy.
So there's one thing I can say for anime watch, because it makes sense based on what we saw. I do feel like Horikoshi is going to. I almost have a firm belief now, and this, I don't know, I could absolutely be wrong, and I'd be fine with that. He's going to add an element of time travel into My Hero. We are going to have some time travel involved. And
I don't want it. I don't want it. No.
It just depends on how he does it. He has to do it a very certain way for me to. I mean, yes, me as the reader to be appeased. Like, there's got to be a very certain way that this is done.
Time travel is very. It has improved over the years because we have a better not better understanding because it hasn't been proven to be done. It's just that we have a better understanding of what is the right way of time travel, stuff like that. But I feel like it has improved with movies and stuff. But it's so hard because some readers could like it, some readers could hate it because of where it could go and which route. Like, for example, not really spoiler, but
I mean, it's got to be the reasons why. The reasons why have to be what matters to me.
Correct.
For it to work for me, it would have to have flashpoint implications where you change something, it never goes back to the same ever again.
Exactly.
So you've created a fracture. So that's the only way I'll be okay with it.
You create a whole separate timeline.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
That's what I see. I like. There's a whole. You just made like a flashpoint is a perfect way to put. Like, if you're going back in line, in time, just know the timeline you're coming back to is not the same timeline you left, and that's something I hope that he does. If he does a timeline, which I
hope not.
There's a chance.
Which is difficult because I don't know. I've never been a huge fan. It's just that as long as it gets executed right for a good reason, then sure, why not?
Well, I mean, for what I think's about to happen in the manga, there's gonna be plenty of reason.
Oh yeah, in the current manga, yeah, that's a whole different conversation. You know,
I just want to say, and this is the last thing I'll say about My Hero. As far as the manga goes, our heroes are about to be in trouble.
James, have you been caught up since? I know that you've been sick and everything, and plus you're back at work. Have you been caught up with the manga yet?
I haven't read any chapters in a month.
Okay. Sam, when I give your 2 cents, I know that you haven't had the full chance to say anything about the anime. What were you thought about this episode?
That score when the fight before Deku was doing that fight, it was like the holy fight, not like the one for all for one's kind of a dead horror kind of symphony score sound, but this is Deku's own like heavenly score with like organs and heaven's angels. Like, there's hope. He's our only hope, and he's there, and he came. He's our hero. He destroyed the villain. This is the hope music. This is something we don't usually get. It was really good. It's really cool. The next was the animation of Overhaul, where you literally get a close-up into his eyes. You see his veins, the beak, and everything. That was actually really well done. That is really well detailed done. And then the shadow of Deku, the face is like all covered, all black. This is the new symbol of peace.
That was creepy as well.
Creepy, but it makes sense because you have to be creepy towards the villains. They need to be something fear. They need to fear the hero that's coming in to come after them. So it fits perfectly. And while the villains are scared of you in the fear in the dark, you smiled, airy, like everything's gonna be okay. This is the smile of hope. This is what a hero does. Always tells the citizens that everything's okay. I can handle this. No fear, no pressure, no nothing. He did a great job with it. All the stuff that he's learned is being applied to this moment. Also have to say the literally the Chisaki backstory was only like, it was kind of boring. It was okay, but it wasn't like, it just kind of sped it up, which was okay. It was fine. But for Eri, the emotional moments and stuff, that was good. That was connecting. It was great. I think that was really it. There's so much stuff that we can.
I think the two things before we leave of this conversation is, how did you guys feel about the Night Eye feeling that Deku twisted fate? That's one thing I want to ask, and I have one more thing, but first I want you guys to answer that.
I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was better in the anime because of the way that they cut it. You know, those last 2 frames were him smiling.
Yes,
that it was just it was just beautiful, man.
I think there was also supposed to be remember the panel where he sees the film lines and stuff. Technically, I think in the manga it makes like, it was almost like magic, where there's new film that came in that replaces that old film, and it just
can I give y'all, so since you asked, can I give you my other theory?
Go ahead.
Hit me.
This is the start of a new timeline.
Yeah.
This happening was the start of a new timeline.
Correct.
Not I saw the end of the previous timeline, but with Aries' help, they started a new timeline.
I mean, I guess to me, this just proves that the future that he sees can be changed, because he goes into an entire monologue saying that whatever he sees, it's definitive. It can't be changed.
It
I
always
think
happens.
this just means that he's just wrong. But I mean, you've read ahead a lot more than I have.
But me reading forward has no indication that that's true at all.
Trust me, that has no implications.
The only reason why I say that is because of, I think it's Aries' power, and it just really truly determines how, it depends on how Horikoshi decides to use her power. But I think really all it was just saying that the quirk that Deku has literally goes above and beyond every other quirk.
And also I can understand what Ray is saying, is because at the same time is that fate and destiny could change any minute of what you take with your actions. So that's why I feel like as well with what Deku did with Eri is what changed the whole action of him becoming to actually survive. If he actually just left her by herself, he could have actually died. So that's why I feel like I see
now
that
I'm
new
just
time.
thinking about time travel shit, because I'm trying to think about how they could use her powers to bend the time-space continuum.
I don't know. Turn back Earth.
James,
I want you to catch up now, so we can have a whole. There's some stuff that we've seen that I'm like, this doesn't make sense, but it would make sense if there was time travel.
It's like James' face was like, wait.
Yeah, I'm like Ray. I start thinking like a billion miles a minute about theories and different angles and shit.
So Jane, that's how Ray is when he's watching it. So it's funny while I'm editing, watching him while him thinking while him watching. It's very hilarious because I'm like watching like me from a screen, like, cut. Cut. Interesting. And me myself, I still haven't watched the episode, so I'm just watching it with them at the same time. So it's very hilarious.
I mean, I don't know. I love this story. Just like I have that weird whimsical feeling like I do, like, because Vinland Saga was able to do this for me as well, which I appreciate. I appreciate stories like that. To me, those are just well written stories. Yeah. So looking forward to more of it, of course.
Last question. So I know how episode 19 of Demon Slayer, people was really comparing these two for the past week.
Oh my god.
Goddamn reason. So I'm not trying to compare right now of what it's just I want to say, which song did you prefer? Not saying who did it better. I'm just
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not answering that question.
Cool, thank you.
Which one did I prefer? I like both. They're both well used.
Thank you.
I'm not answering that question. To you people talking shit. Oh, it's overrated. You said that it was the best fight of the year. It's overrated. That person thought it was the best fight of the year. If you don't like it, if you thought it was just okay, that's fine. Shut the fuck up. Let people enjoy shit. It is what it is. To those people comparing it to Demon Slayer episode 19, you're reaching for the fucking stars. Shut up, find something else to do, go away.
Yeah, you stupid. You heard what I said. I hope you find the mother. That's right. And guess what? It's the best I've seen in a while. So go watch a second anime, nerds. That's what yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that goes double for me too.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
You're entitled to your opinion. I just see so many people trying to, on purpose, just ruin it. For other people, it's like, okay, that's fine. You didn't think it was that great. That's your opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong, but why are you trying to ruin a great experience for other people that enjoyed it? We all love anime. Just enjoy shit.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why people don't just want to, people can't just enjoy things anymore. It's like, oh, if you don't enjoy this thing as much as I do, well, you are actually garbage and you should die. Like, what is wrong with y'all? I don't get it.
So technically, what we're saying is, go fuck your opinion.
I mean, what I would like for you to do is get a better one. Like, learn that.
Or better yet, do your research, watch more animes, and watch the glory days of all of them, and then
just enjoy what you want to enjoy, and let other people enjoy the stuff that they enjoy, and everybody's gonna be fine.
Or if you want to have a debate, Let's have a good debate and not stupid ones. That's how we have a better day.
What's the debate though?
Tell me from your perspective. I will listen to you. I will listen to your perspective, and I'll be like, you know what? Maybe I do agree with that. I just personally feel differently, but I can listen to someone with a different opinion and either gain more appreciation or feel like something is actually bullshit. That happens all the time with movies. But let's have an actual dialogue, not just say, oh, it's overrated, it's shit. Well, why? Well, because it's shit. No, that's not how it works. Like,
at all. God, I hate that. See, now I'm mad. Thanks.
I do my best for that. I do my best for that.
I want to ask you, what do you guys think about Deku's multiple punches, though?
It was exactly what it needed to be.
It looked awesome. I think that
another rant for those people. Oh, it's the same thing as One Punch Man.
No,
dude. We have seen so many different anime characters that are pretty much the same as other anime characters.
James, they only watch 3 anime. It's apparent now.
Guess what? Tanjiro, Eren, Deku, they're the same fucking character.
James,
they just live in different worlds. They're the same.
We also had Tanjiro carry Nezuko, and then we had Deku carry Eri. Oh my god, they're copying each other.
No, this is anime. If you watch more anime, you would see these are tropes that just happen. What makes it interesting is how the creator animates it, the score, the execution.
Guys,
oh my god, it's
the North
so
Star
stupid.
Category too.
Guys, I guess we should tell them the secret. Anime, all of anime, every anime ever has been written by 5 people, and they all sit in the same room, and they're called the Illuminati. So that's why all anime is just different enough.
And also, guys,
not the same.
Check your money because they're also there on your faces.
Actually, no, give us your money.
Support us on Patreon. Thank you very much. Plug patreon.com/anime lately. And also careful for spoilers.
Thank you.
I mean, just enjoy anime, please. I let people who've only watched Demon Slayer enjoy Demon Slayer. Yeah, they'll yell, "This is the best thing ever," because they've only ever seen that. But
I am on a podcast right now with 3 people that don't enjoy Isekai Cheat Magician. I think it's the shit.
I do.
It's okay. It's okay because we can have a dialogue. We can talk about why we don't like it and why we like it, and it's fine.
It is fine.
I'm the only one that has the One Piece freaking Luffy in my room, and I have many stuff of One Piece.
Yeah, that's you.
So trust me, I'm the only one that loves One Piece as much as the next guy, and we're 5 months away from the 1000th chapter of One Piece, and Rayapollo still hasn't even gotten close to 500 chapters.
Why would I be close to 500 chapters? What is wrong with you? I have a whole life to live, like a whole ass life.
Just saying, guys. He said on episode 36 or something like that. I
have 5 months.
Dude, this is episode 36.
Okay, so episode 4.
No, never mind. Yeah, on episode 36.
Damn it. I'm like, wait, 4 episodes ago, are we on episode 40 or something? I'm like, I thought I saw like 4 episodes ahead.
I have 5 months. I'm gonna get as close as I can. Like it's what are these? They're like what 24 pages.
I'm so sorry, guys. This is episode 35, actually.
Dang it!
I was just gonna say, in the future,
in the future, I will say that I'm gonna read all of these episodes, all these freaking chapters of One Piece.
So on next week's episode, Ray will announce that he will be reading before chapter 1000. He will be caught up by chapter 900 something.
Hold on. Wait 1 second. Quick maths with Ray. So.
We're in chapter 968 next Sunday.
That is 19,360 pages. Yeah, that's a lot of pages.
But there's art. There's art. Remember, but but it's also One Piece, so there's a lot of dialogue and story. So yeah,
we'll see how this goes.
Cool. But yeah, this is an interesting My Hero anime episode, and great discussion about everything that we don't agree here, guys. We still have a podcast of 4 guys here that discuss about stuff that we don't agree on, but we still discuss them and still love it at the end of the day. So if us,
because we're sane people,
us 4 diverse guys that love isekai hentai, that goes to hentai panel and everything, that have gone together and everything, we could also enjoy anime and manga.
Okay, guys, let's go straight to our quick recaps of what else we've been watching and what else we've been reading for. Well, since the when new winter 2020 animes came up, have you guys been watching or reading?
So since this is the first official episode of 2020 that we're having, I will say I started a series called Solo Leveling, a manga. I finally started another manga and Solo Leveling. I know there's 105 chapters out. I'm only like 10 chapters in or something like that. I'm enjoying it, loving the art style. Very different to what I'm used to, the black and white and stuff that I'm used to from the Western comics. So that's one thing. Reading Villain Saga. So I said that last week. And I bought chapters. Sorry, not chapters. I bought books, volume 1 through 5, because one thing I gotta say, those those book covers are freaking amazing. And also, they're hardcovers, so they look good and they need it. So, and also, they're not that expensive. They're like $15. So buying five of them is about $100. So, it's not that bad. So, and also, they look really good.
Are they like graphic novels, by the way?
Yes. With the book covers, with the books out, so they arrive next week. So if anything, I could show it to you. They're gonna be on this cabin anyway, so you guys will see them by next week when they arrive. But yeah, so I'm reading Vinland Saga. I'm about almost catch up to where James is, so I'm very excited. And I gotta say, James was not wrong. He's right. The Thorfinn's story just freaking began, and Canoe had a freaking development. I gotta say, Canoe and Thorfinn went from this to freaking like just continued character growth, and the new characters that we saw on the ending clip of episode 24. Those characters are interesting.
Good. I'm glad. That's all I can ask for, honestly. Interesting characters.
No, right. They're not just interesting. They're freaking fascinating. I almost give every arc a 10 out of 10. Like, this is storytelling good, or almost as good as condensed, better than One Piece is what I would say. Because One Piece is a chapters of 900. And of course, not every story is perfect. Not every arc is perfect. Where I will say Villain Saga, I hate to admit, but almost every arc is a 9.5 or 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree, dude. Like, you read the manga now, so where season 2 is gonna take place, there's not that much action, but the story is still so compelling. It's still so rich. Like, I can't wait for you guys to see it, read it.
It's more about growth, and these characters that we meet is knowing that this dude went through so much fighting, and all he wants is just to live now. And it's just, and what you find out.
Don't say anything else.
I know, and I'm like,
this is why I can't talk with you about anything.
I'm not saying
it's okay, Ray. I can't spoil it for you because I'm not reading the manga for it.
I'm not speaking,
thanks, Sam.
I'm not speaking spoiler characters or details. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you're leading them into a certain direction.
All right, James, you're done. Next.
Wait, I just want to say one last thing is that, Ray, it almost made me cry to how emotional this character got me. Right, James? Like, you felt like this person, like, yo.
Okay, Deku, crying again. That's fine. And next.
I was reading Vinland Saga. I started Kingdom.
Oh, good.
Okay.
And I finally started it, and it was entertaining because I was reading it while my girlfriend was sleeping, while we were supposed to watch TV, and then she felt like, you know what, let me turn off TV and let me read Kingdom. And Kingdom is very interesting. I gotta give it props. Props to my man Cypher, because it's very fascinating. The story about Kingdom is about the Chinese era, and it gets very in detail with the death of about the Chinese army and stuff like that. So I'm really loving that. I'm not that far in, so I can't really. I think I'm only 20 chapters or 30 chapters in, but it's very fascinating. The art is very detailed, so I gotta admit to that. That's one thing that could go from the top of my head. Those really pop out to me. So one watching is what we cover. But one want to give. We all watched the episode that I said, right?
Wait, what?
The one about the person that animates it. Can I remember how to pronounce it? That's why.
Oh yeah, I did watch that. I watched the first episode.
Keep your hands off Razukin, I think is how I pronounce his name.
If I looked at it, I can pronounce it. But yeah, I did watch that, and I actually really enjoyed it. It's really good. It's like it's a really nice feel good anime story.
Yeah, that's one thing I love about it because it really makes you relate to like a person just wants to create the same thing that he watch and want to bring it onto screen. So it's very beautiful about that.
You know, I actually enjoyed it. I was watching. I was like, oh, let me check this out. I was like, I'll oblige my boy and be like, all right, yeah, I'll watch one of these. And then I was like, no, I actually really enjoyed it. It's a cute story, but it's like it's easy to follow. It's really pretty to like look. It's just the imaginations that they have is really cool. Because I mean, we all at some point realize that, oh man, there are people who this is their job is to make anime and manga, and that's awesome. You know, so I'm sure at some point everybody who got into anime and manga was like, yeah, would that be a cool job? Yeah. And now more than ever, I feel like there are less and less barriers because before it was an impossible dream. Like before, that was literally impossible.
And now, anybody could have the technology, just pay like $120 about software, and they could do the same thing. It just takes time to actually perfect that skill and know how to draw, and that's it.
I mean, you could have a webtoon, you can have a web series that like it's awesome. Like you can do it now, which is really cool. So, but I like this one. I'm gonna keep watching it.
Same here. So I'm very happy about this season, about winter, about that's my favorite one, and the most censored one that is interspecies reviewers. It's a very interesting series.
So I also watched that. Surprise.
But you watched the uncensored. So.
I watched it. Of course, I was like, "Is there an uncensored version?" And there was. So I watched that. That show would have been way boring with censored.
It was still entertaining.
I thought it was hilarious. I was like, this is good. It's just like crude enough humor that I'm like, no, this ain't bad. Although I saw some people make an argument, well, this one should have just been a hentai. And I'm like, this one actually has a little bit of plot that I'm like, it's just enough that it fits that it doesn't need to be a hentai.
It fits for it because of the comedy side about it.
Exactly.
And for the characters. It's because we also like us weebs, anime watchers, and manga readers, want to laugh about it and say, oh, cool hentai. Oh, we always want to, F and elf and everything. But these...
I don't think I've ever gone, oh, cool, hentai.
I know. You get what I'm saying about it. So it's just very funny is that this type of anime, this type of manga actually went in that route and actually say, hey, how about let's go F for birdie, F, and elf and everything like that. And let's go review about those type of,
Yeah, they're basically writing Yelp reviews about these prostitutes that they sleep with.
So it's very fascinating about that. So James, will you be watching that or did you watch it?
I haven't seen it, but I mean, I'll check it out.
Will you be watching the censored
literally
or
from
the uncensored?
Opening to ending?
I mean, definitely the uncensored.
From opening to ending, like damn, like wow.
They are right in it.
Like damn.
Is the uncensored on Crunchyroll?
No. The uncensored is in the legal side.
Hey, there's uncensored anime on Crunchyroll, so that's a valid question.
This anime it's Funimation exclusive.
Yeah. That's why,
cool.
Because
so they're not gonna have uncensored. No,
yeah,
because they don't have high dive and they're boring. So yeah.
So definitely check it out because they go writing everywhere. So it's very interesting. But yeah, that's about what I've been very watching. But one that I do recommend for people to watch is Inspector and Invaded as well. Very good mystery type
they're both mystery.
Yeah, they're both mystery of this season, and we don't really get that in anime a lot. So I'm very happy about that. So I highly recommend for anybody that hasn't had the chance to touch that or watch it. Highly recommend for those. So that's what I've been watching for this winter season.
Oh yeah, so I watched Inspector as well. I like that. I was pleasantly surprised. I was watching it thinking I was watching Invaded. And I was like, oh, this is good. And then Sam was like, no, Invaded's another one. And I'm like, oh, I ain't watched that. So I didn't watch that. But no, Inspector is interesting from like start to finish, and they still kind of have you shrouded in mystery after the first episode, which I enjoy. I like that.
It's like mystery of like some magical creatures kind of
yes, thing. And I think it's kind of romancy too, but I like it.
what creeped me out was the eye.
Oh yeah, the eye. No.
Oh my god, that creeped me out. That creeped me out. Oh.
Mm-hmm. It was a glass eye. I mean,
well, not just a glass eye. When they opened up,
you can also tap the eye.
Oh yeah.
You can also tap the eye. No.
No. Well, no. I know what you're talking about now,
like,
Sam.
Because they said like, it's like, wait, this is a mystery. This should have been like something like it was like healed from the inside. I was like, wait, what?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. But I liked it. And then and to round out the night, I watched Pokemon Twilight.
Nice.
Which is cute as I love it.
I love the animation.
It is the perfect Pokemon story right now.
The animation was wow. The gym leaders.
It made me re-fall in love with the new game that they just gave us because it takes place in the current Sword and Shield game world.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
Awesome. Like I was shocked. I didn't know what to expect. And it's like 6 minutes long. But to me, it was like perfect. I loved every bit of it. It was sweet. It was adorable. It was thoughtful. It was well animated, and it's in the canon of Pokemon Sword and Shield.
I'm also glad they have both sub and dub for this.
Yeah,
too.
I did see
it
that.
Came out the same time. They say it's gonna be 7 episodes, so that'd be awesome. Really cool. I definitely want to see that animation with the Pokemon too. Like more animation Pokemon. It's good.
Oh, the dub was good. Like, the dub was surprisingly good.
Like as good as like actual good dub, or is it like
actual very good dub?
Yeah, like very good.
Nice.
Like I guess better than the original series dub.
Wow.
Maybe like Red, when they did Pokemon Red.
I don't remember watching the dub for that, but this dub is actually really good. I enjoyed it.
It was good. It was actually really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Look, everything looked beautiful. The animation for that was gorgeous. That each and every gym leader having their own cameo. Wow, they become even more cooler.
I would say not every gym leader. They forgot the thick one.
Oh, maybe she's coming up in the future episodes.
That'd be nice. I mean, we got to see Nessa, which was great, but
yeah, she actually looked good from that.
We didn't get to see the thick gym leader. I was like,
but yeah, anything else, Ray?
I think that was all I actually made the time to watch. But everything I was telling my wife because I looked at her after we were done. I was like, everything that we just watched was actually really good. None of those were done. Like they were all shows that I was like, I want to keep watching every single one of those. So this was good.
Nice. And how about
you, James?
I've been so busy with work and careful for spoilers stuff. The only thing that I've seen, unfortunately, is 7 Deadly Sins. I
was waiting for this.
I'm actually caught up on 7 Deadly Sins, dude. I'm not even upset anymore. I'm so pissed and over it that I can't even physically get upset anymore. It's just kind of pathetic. Just watching it is like, this is just sad. This is like looking at someone that you used to love that you thought was really hot, and then you realize that they're actually a piece of fucking garbage and they actually look like a turd. So it's like, well, now I'm just kind of sad that you exist and I just want to ignore you. So I'll be over here.
So James, should I still get my 7 Deadly Sins tattoo?
No.
That's unfortunate.
No. Give it up.
That's sad. It's a sad time.
As far as reading goes, the only thing that I've read was Attack on Titan chapter 125, and you can watch mine and Sam's review of that on the Anime Lately YouTube channel. So check that out and let us know what you think. But I mean, it's Attack on Titan is ending this year. It's ending this year, and I just want to know how it all ends. Sam and I were talking like the day before yesterday, just going over a bunch of different theories again. It's like there's just so many different ways it could go. It is still the best manga that I've ever read in my life. I just love it.
Cool. Besides the animes that both Ray and Miguel watch, Reviewers, Inspector, Invaded was really good. Also watch Plunderer. I'm actually pretty interested. I always figure it's like the In Time movie with Justin Timberlake thing, but no, this one is actually a lot more interesting. This is a lot more better in their use in time and numbers. Well, not even time. This is just numbers, literally, of how this world works. It's intriguing. Me and Miguel also watch Science Fell in Love, so I tried to prove it. I thought that was really cute. That was good.
It's a good comedy one. It's like Kaguya-sama, so it's a good comedy one. a lot of freaking words in one screen, so it's hard to know where the hell should you read. So I recommend for people, don't react to that if you don't have fast eyes to read, because your eyes be going like, where do I read? And there's a lot of math numbers too.
I mean, if I were to make it like people interested, it's just cute nerds in love, but they don't know what love is or
And
how
then
to understand it and
and
stuff.
them trying to figure out and calculate what is love. Can you fall in love? Like, it's very funny, very cute. Reminds me of how trying to say Peter Parker trying to fall in love with Mary Jane when he at first didn't know what was love. He just had a huge crush on her.
I'm
Baby,
pretty
don't
sure.
hurt me.
I'm pretty sure people are thinking like Big Bang Theory, but no, this is a little bit more
Or taking much better.
better. This is a little bit better in a funny scientist perspective. Other than that, also watch Jinbaiku Shonen Hanako-kun, Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. That was actually really cool. That's actually nice with their animation. It's a lot different than what we're used to. It almost seems like it's paper animation in a way, but it's actually pretty cool. The story's nice, and I love the mystery with it. It's fun. And then the new Tama and Friends. Did everybody remember or heard of Tama and Friends, the cat and dogs?
I have not.
Have not.
Yes.
I just got one person.
This is their like new reboot show.
What?
Yeah, it's weird. It's
Okay.
just very weird, but okay. I mean, yeah, I watched that, and like another dog anime too, like these foreign shogun samurai warriors who died in the past got reincarnated into dogs. And
Okay.
yeah, yeah, that's the whole thing that's the whole comedy. All they literally get together, do some planning in military army or trying to figure out, okay, who killed me? Okay, now who killed me? And then who killed me? They're all just looking in the past, just wondering what's going on, but they can't resist their dog instinct. But yeah, technically that's really all it. Darwin's Game, all the other stuff, the animes and mangas I've read is already on the YouTube channel. I've also watched I also read Vigilantes, actually. My Heroes Academia Vigilantes.
What you thinking?
Not caught up, but I'm liking
Me
it
too.
so far.
There's some stuff that
Yes.
Actually is worth it. It's really cool.
There's some stuff that you find out, since you've already read through Overhaul, there's some stuff you find out in the actual, because it explains the rest of the world, which is really cool. Yes, you should read it.
I'm only on chapter 22, so I'm there as well.
I'm also liking their villain prequel of how they became who they are, kind of thing too. Knuckle Duster, my man, he's awesome. He's just hilariously, but he's a genius.
Wait until you learn. Genius. When you learn more about Knuckle Duster, you'll understand why.
Well, like I think I just got to the part where he comes back. But
just keep reading.
He's smart. he's smart.
Yeah, but next week I should be caught up fully for Vigilantes and Villain Saga. But also, speaking about another manga, I still am reading A Gravity Boys.
Are you?
Yes, and I gotta say, the story actually not that gets better. It actually gets more intriguing for the characters. They're not as simple-minded as I thought they were. So that's one thing I'm happy about, is that they actually have character progression. That these people are more intelligent than what they seem like they are, and I like how it's going. There's only 4 chapters out, and if you're still intrigued to see if the story has story, go read it. I'm not trying to force my co-host to read it, but for you, the audience that listening and watching, go check it out. If actually catches your interest to know where the story of 4 people 25 million light years away from space has an intrigue. And also, I actually check out ReZero and Haiku. Forgot to mention that out. Haiku, freaking love it. It's my only second sports anime I've ever seen, and I actually started to read the manga just to see the difference from the anime and manga. And I gotta say, freaking love the series. It has made me cry 4 times. I totally love it. As I think has become my top 20 right now overall series. It's freaking amazing.
Well, we also know there's season 4 starting
right now,
Friday. Yeah.
Sorry, last Friday.
Oh, okay. So yes, yeah, it started already. So then you could tell us about season 4 once it comes around.
Yes, when I have the time, I'll see if I get to it this week or next week. So yes, in ReZero, So many fucking questions. I have no answers though. That's all.
Well, once you finish caught up, I guess me and James will tell you about it, or just we'll talk about it with you, or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever happens. But anyway, let's start with our news, fellas. Well, first off, today, Wednesday, well, really Thursday, yesterday, and tomorrow, Friday, it's actually the screening of Weathering with You, the anime movie film, and we will all try our best to watch it, and we will all give you a movie review. But really, we all can't wait for this. This is Mikoto Shinkai's next work. Me and Miguel saw this in Anime NYC, and we were very impressed. We were loving this. This is the next best. This is better than Your Name. That's a big.
You think it's better than Your Name?
It's better than Your Name.
I have to agree.
Shit.
I have to agree with Sam. It's better than Your Name.
Well, I mean, it's the same creator, same director.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say, like, Your Name is my favorite anime movie ever.
Same here.
It's gonna take your place. This is gonna take its place.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see it tomorrow.
I can't wait to talk about this with James, because me and him have the same passion for it as number 1. Since Sam has it as number 2, he has a silent voice, and I can't wait to talk about this with James, since me and him have the same love for it. About the score, me and him could probably go hours on talking about it. And Ray, who just saw it 2 months ago, can't wait to see his thoughts about, since he's so fresh into it. So we're gonna have a full review about it if we find the time, guys. But if not, we're gonna talk about it next week, and I could just clip that out. But definitely, it's exciting for sure to have my 2 fine co-hosts and other people as you guys, the fans, watching as well, whether with you, because it's beautiful score. We cannot really give any spoiler thoughts, or sorry, non-spoiler thoughts about it, because anything we say is such a his type of film. That's all I could say. Is literally his type of alley of film, and it's so done well. And he really surpasses in his color scheme, in his score, in his type of style of directing, and his type of really foreshadowing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep. Okay, let's move on to our next one. The Crunchyroll Crunchyroll Awards nomination.
So this is exciting. So who we're going by list, right? So let's go by list right now.
Yeah, we'll just follow the list on Crunchyroll, right?
Yes.
So okay, we'll start with the first anime of the year. The nominees were Carol and Tuesday, Demon Slayer, Mob Psycho Season 2, Old Maidens in Your Savage Season, Promised Neverland, and Vinland Saga.
So I feel like on me, the Promised Neverland should not have been there, since it was barely spoken about throughout the year.
Agree.
So I feel like that's the one that should not have been there. Carol Tuesday should be there because it was very beautiful, and I think a lot of people didn't watch it because it was on Netflix, and it just came out now on December
last
Christmas.
Month. Yeah, last month.
So it's hard for that to be
there. I'd say more so that's the reason being on Netflix. I feel like if it's on Netflix, there's more potential for people to watch, because a lot of people have Netflix.
Now. But
Old Maidens too, wasn't that also exclusively on High Dive as well?
No, that's on Crunchyroll.
It was on Crunchyroll?
Yes,
Crunchyroll? Okay.
So, but I'm happy for that because it had a beautiful love story and school of life. But sucks that Demon Slayer might win because of what Ray and James said like earlier, that only people that have watched this was two or three animes in the past couple of years. But definitely,
I mean, that's not it. I mean, Demon Slayer in its own right was actually really good.
It did earn its place. It did earn its place.
But for me, definitely on my side, Vinland Saga wins my vote for that, for anime of the year.
Well, I'm pretty sure we all choose Vinland Saga from last episode's video from our list. We have Vinland Saga high up there in our top. Not even Demon Slayer was underneath Vinland Saga. So, of course, we know Demon Slayer is going to win because of so many people in popular and demand that came into it. It's going to just vote.
I mean, that's what this is. This is a popularity contest, and it's one of the most popular of the year.
I mean, it's better. Apparently this became Funimation's most popular. It became their anime of the year, and now it's based on fans, and everybody complained about it. Everybody was not happy. Wait till they find out Crunchyroll is going to be the same thing. It's because so many new fans that got into animes, or who've only watched 2-3 animes just voted for Demon Slayer because they know nothing better.
I'm not gonna say that that's all it is. It's just there's a lot of people who.
And Sam,
Demon Slayer proved that it was worth being watched.
And also,
it's just that there's a lot of people who Demon Slayer made it easy for people to get into anime probably this year.
That too. Yeah, agree.
That's very fair.
That's
true.
fair. And
that's why I feel like it will be very popular.
That's the entertainment industry, Sam. That's how things are, and that's how things.
That's
go.
almost everything. That's a popular. If it's a popular thing, that's everything. High school, college, whatever. That's the sort of thing. So it's not a question. And if we get, and also Vinland Saga is only for Amazon Prime exclusive, but nobody really goes in there and check to watch. So,
but they're on this list, and that's what matters.
Yeah,
that's what matters.
Also, people saw it because also the illegal sites. So that's what I know a lot of people saw it from. So that was also, and I'm very happy it's on the list. That's the most important. It's getting more eyes on it. Probably people. Oh wait,
because we need season 2.
Yes, so I'm very happy.
Yeah,
about
you
that.
do.
Yeah, and it also let us know not a lot of people have Amazon Prime. Okay, moving on. Vote for best protagonist.
I don't know why Emma or no, not even Emma. Why the hell is that Thomas there? That he was even barely in the season, right? My guy's the one.
Garo is the main character for season 2. Not even
Popularity.
Yeah,
that's why everybody's like, "Oh, I know One Punch Man." Care about One Punch Man.
Yeah, I have questions about a lot of choices for these categories. As much as I love One Punch Man, I don't think Saitama deserves to be on this list for season 2.
God no.
And
no.
also, I love Hyakkimaru, but Hyakkimaru,
he's so one-dimensional.
He's one-dimensional.
He's very one-dimensional.
So I love Hyakkimaru, but I don't think he should have been. I feel like even other characters of the new seasons should have been there. Not even Hyakkimaru. So that's something that. But we're gonna make our own list of the worst the week before next month. So that's a whole
Hank's gonna be on this list when we talk about it.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
That's one that we're gonna bring up, guys. So stay tuned for that next month. But
how is Naofumi not on this list?
That was my other question.
That's my other one.
Thank you.
Talk about pulling yourself from the literal dirt. Like, we can talk about that later.
The disrespect.
Like I respect that.
It's also really weird that Mob isn't on this list, but whatever.
And plus Emma was a good protagonist, but at the same time, she didn't do anything remarkable. Technically, the one that
top 6 best protagonists. I don't agree with.
Technically, the one that did more was taking Norman. Norman is the one that did more throughout the whole work.
Hey, listen here. You're doing it again. I'm gonna need you to relax.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I haven't watched that
yet.
So yes. So for my vote, I am out of this list, not our personal list, guys, is Dr. Stone, Senku. That's my list.
I also picked Senku on this list.
I also picked Senku.
As much as I love Tanjiro, Senku is rebuilding humanity from scratch. I mean, and not even just that. Like Senku is, I really like Senku's character. He's thoughtful. He's weirdly humble in his own way. He cares about people. I don't know. I really like, and he's actually funny. I like Senku.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched Fruit Basket, so I can't really put my own feedback for Honda.
That's
so
fine.
I would pick Senku as well.
Cool.
For best protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
Best antagonist.
That would be Muzan. Oh wait, Muzan's not on this list.
Oh.
Why is
I don't understand how Muzan didn't make this list.
So
but whatever.
They have Tanjiro and Demon Slayer for almost everything, but not the guy that literally killed his family, but the guy that didn't do the whole turning Nezuko into demon and having the whole technical story and the plot of Demon Slayer going forward. How did that make no sense?
I thought it was strange that Muzan was probably the best antagonist this year, right after Askeladd. Last year.
I think because of last episode of My Hero Academia, Overhaul has that popularity jump now. We see how bad of a evil villain that he.
But I mean, he's an evil character, but he's not very well written. He's not.
Askeladd better win if Overhaul
needs to be
wins.
Askeladd.
If Overhaul wins, it's because of popularity. Like
I think your boy, your One Punch Man dude will win.
Garo? Nah.
I think he'll win.
So this is
based on popularity.
This is a tie for me. As much as I want to give it to Askeladd, it's between Askeladd and Garo for me, because I think Garo he's just as complex as Askeladd. Like, he's not just some generic villain who just wants to
has
beat
some
up heroes.
thoughts. No.
He wants to prove that he is the best in his own way. He also, like me, believes that all villains just get a bad rap, and in every story, all villains should lose. I think that's lame. Garo believes it's the same thing, and he wants to find his own path. He's not evil. He's not what you would call good either, but he's on his own path and he's making his own way. That's something I deeply respect.
In an antagonist way, but it feels like they also clown in his moments too, when we have Saitama just kick. Oh wait,
what do you expect? He's outmatched.
It's most like they clown him about that, but he does have his impressive moments in his fights, and this moment he held his own.
Saitama clowns everyone.
That's his job. That's literally his job.
Yeah,
everyone is a joke compared to him.
Yeah,
everyone.
I have to disagree with the reference saying like that's a bad type of comparison for that. For that aspect in that.
He may be the main character from One Punch Man season 2, but I still give it to Ashkalat and to more of an intricate villain. Yeah. With Garo, it's fun. It's interesting.
Definitely.
He's good in his nomination, but I don't think would be the best antagonist for me now.
So definitely Ashkalat for everyone here, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Best boy.
Why the hell is Hakamaru there again? Hakamaru should not be in there. Boy. Makes no sense.
I think this was the people who were like picking his words. It's like, but we really want Dodoro and Amazon to like have some representation. So like, let's get them in there.
Well, they also add how heavy are the dumbbells you lift, and that's a Funimation anime too. And Macho, he's just there for comedy. He doesn't. The best boy from this.
Yeah, but thing is that if they want to give push and recognition for other series, at least put it in the right categories, not in the ones that should not be there.
Yes,
like that's fine. Or if they want to like add a top 10 instead, like if y'all want to put recognition, add more slots. So don't just make weird slots adding Hakamaru who kills people but has a one dimension character and he's like best boy. Like what? No.
If this was a top 10 list, he should definitely be on that top 10 list.
But he'd be in the top 10, but he would
top 6.
Not into this. No.
Yeah, maybe that wouldn't be my choice.
Maybe like number 8 or number 9.
Yeah. I chose Tanjiro for obvious reasons.
Same boy, Tanjiro.
I chose Mob. Mob to me. I'm the only one here because I've seen season 2 fully, so I can understand why. So comparing to the 2, I have Mob, but it's because he had a really sweet story of growth and everything, so that's why I chose Mob on my end.
Okay, best girl.
Reptalia.
Absolutely.
And I feel like they have good choices here, so I cannot disagree with these choices.
Best director.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, well, does Mikasa count as a best girl?
Was she in this for season 3 fully, really?
I mean, definitely part 1.
Oh yeah.
Well, talking about part 3 though.
Yeah, part 3. Part 2, season 3. Remember? So
yes.
She wasn't really fully.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
So that's why it's hard to say. But yeah, for best director, I would definitely give it for Vinland Saga to me.
Yeah, for me personally, I'm definitely giving it to Shuhei.
Shuhei. James, we all know Attack on Titan season 3 for you.
Tetsuro Araki.
All right, next one.
Best animation.
Oh, geez.
It would make this so hard.
I can't deny these 6 because these 6 were very good. Mob was very good. Demon Slayer was very good. Attack on Titan season 3 was good. Fate, Ray says it was very good. Zarasumi that we know of looks good. Vinland Saga was good. So this is I think the best one they did throughout the whole list.
Yeah, this is the hardest one.
This is the hard one.
Vinland Saga for me.
For me, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually gonna go Demon Slayer because Demon Slayer was every single like action sequence was gorgeous. I mean, just their set pieces were also gorgeous. Demon Slayer did a damn good job. They did a fantastic job.
I agree with you, Ray, because Demon Slayer is the best animation because not one episode where they lacked in their animation sequence, and everything was on par. Everything looked fantastic.
And like we said, not to say that doesn't take away from any of these other ones. All these other ones look fantastic in their own ways. It's just I thought that Demon Slayer did it the best most consistently.
I agree with that. I'm going with Demon Slayer on that one too.
Okay, best character design. That one, how do you? That I'm not too sure. How do you categorize best character design?
So the thing is, character design is that what do they wear in the environment, the way it's built. So for example, Karen Tuesday is built in Mars. They're in the planet Mars. So how's their outfit, the environment, with the details of the clothes. So that's what. So see the way they categorize with the character design is the same in the Oscars for the person that does the whole dress up. Forgot what's the category called. James, help me out here. The person that does all the makeup.
The hair and makeup. Costuming
that one. Thank you. James and Ray, that one. So it's kind of the same thing. It's just here they have it more broad. But yes, that. So that's the best way to explain that type of category.
Character design, I went with Vinland Saga. I felt like it feels very authentic for the time that they're trying to portray. The people that follow Norse mythology and whatever they believe in. Like I felt like it looks really authentic, and the fight sequences, everything looks so fucking good. I think the character design in Vinland Saga is amazing. I mean, it's with Studio. They do everything awesome, in my opinion.
So I have to agree with what just James said, because it's 100%. I chose Vinland Saga as well, because for it's exactly what it said, that you felt like you was in the same time period for what it was with the Vikings, with the Norse mythology. So 100% agree with what James said.
I picked Dororo for this one because when I think of character design, I think of all the characters, not just the main characters, but like the side characters and the villains. And I was thinking about the entire cast and just how interesting and accurate, I guess, for the made up time period that they're in for Dororo. Is why I think I picked that one. It's because they were all interesting and they were well done. And I mean, main character in that one, that design is kind of nuts.
True, you're right.
Given everything,
it's only the feet that's just poorly drawn, but yeah.
I see. When I'm thinking about this, it's just more the design of the characters themselves. Yeah, that's why I feel like it's the most interesting way.
Okay. But for me, I feel it's either Vinland Saga or Carol and Tuesday, because Carol and Tuesday, they do a really nice job in their character designs, the costume, the look, and everything that's been put together. It actually looks really good and really well done. So it's either one or the other for me. Best score.
For me, Dr. Stone. That's to me the best score. If I had to give to a runner-up, it would have been the Directing of She-Hero or Demon Slayer. But Dr. Stone had a great score. It's because they always had a great score for every moment. That was some type of accomplishment that felt like I was winning with them. Like I felt like, oh my god, let's go. We just made the new type of achievement, the new type of science, the new type of thing we need for the cell phone and stuff like that. So I felt like I was winning with them. So I really loved that about Dr. Stone. It was very felt accomplishment with them. So I love the score. And I kept saying that in every type of video with Sam, like, oh, the score is very good. The score is very good. So I felt like I was being repetitive about the score.
Ray, James?
This one's hard, because Attack on Titan was phenomenal, but Dr. Stone it hit the right beats at the right times. But I feel like Attack on Titan was just on all cylinders all season. You know what I'm saying? So I think this one I'm actually going to give to Attack on Titan.
This one from me? Oh,
go ahead,
James. I would give it to Rising of the Shield Hero, because there were some really good scores for it. Even specific Neifumi had his own score into the show and throughout the series too, and it got really catchy and it got really good. Like every time you hear it, you'd be like, he's got to do something badass. This is cool. It's like, hey, it's like you have your own theme music. Anything you come into the door, your theme music, he has it and it works. For me, I pick with Shield Hero on this one.
I am going Attack on Titan all the way, especially with everything else on this list. I mean, the score for Doctor Stone was great. The score in Rising of the Shield Hero is great. But the score for Attack on Titan is amazing every single season. It sets the stage for whether and we're in deep despair or the heroes actually winning. It is just an amazing score. Gotta give it to Attack on Titan.
Okay, cool. Best fight scene.
I have to admit, this was a bit hard for me.
This was also hard because I watched all these. Well, mine is Mob. I watched all the other fights.
Mine is JoJo and Fate for me. So out of these 4 for me, and Thorfinn and Thorkill is great. It's just the thing is that it's hard to say best fight scene. Like, is it about the whole 2-part episode, or is it that scene? Is it those 5 minutes that they 45 and they took a break and then fought again?
I mean, the real question is it the first one or the second one?
Because both of them was really good in their scenes. But I think they were trying to put into the last scene fight.
I guess that we could safely assume is that they're talking the last one.
Yeah, from the image I've seen, it seems like it's the last one.
My gut is telling me either Mob versus Tochiro or Tanjiro and Nezuko versus Rui. So I have to give it to Mob because that was beautiful animation and the story felt there, and it was just the score went with it and elevated everything. It was consistent and everything. I love Tanjiro and Nezuko versus Rui. It's just hard. It's hard to decide with this one, so I don't know. I'm still going as a flip toss. Next, I don't know. Next somebody.
I mean, for me, this one was it was between Levi and the Beast Titan versus Tanjiro and Nezuko versus Rui, and I watched them both back to back. And God, Levi is such a beast. He's so good in that fight because the Beast Titan they told him straight up, be careful. Levi is the only one that you need to be worried about. He's like, oh really? And then he finds out immediately why. But I feel like it's because this Tanjiro and Nezuko fight versus Rui was literally the climax of the season, is why it had so much impact and it was so well done. And that's why I have to pick that one because it hit all the right notes. They had built everything up to this, and the story, we got to learn something new of the story all at the same time, and it was well done. It was really truly well done. So that's why I give it to that one.
I really can't agree with you more. The Tanjiro, Nezuko, and Rui, everything hit. The score, the sound, the flashback, the learning of the father, the learning of the new move, and it's not just out of nowhere. It's just not like random power up. No, this is something you've learned in the past when you were childhood, but it makes sense. You're in a
and then we learn about situation. We get to see a glimpse of Nezuko's demon art, which was amazing. So I'm like, yes, please. It did everything right for what it needed to, I think, for that season.
Yeah, that's my choice as well for everything you guys said. I don't even need to say anything else on that. I mean, that fight was just... No, I mean, the Levi Beast Titan fight was amazing, but like Tanjiro and Nezuko versus Rui, I mean, that was insane. It was an insane fight. The colors, the technique, the score, everything just came together. I mean, the Levi and Beast Titan fight, I mean, the score was good in that moment too. And I love that moment ever since I saw it in the manga, but I just have to give the slightest edge to Demon Slayer.
Oh, cool. Best couple. Well, first, I
can't even talk to this one. I'm gonna sit out on this one.
Baki and because I don't know why Baki's in this category. Technically,
good old Baki.
I don't know why Ymir and Historia is there either. All they had was the letter in that moment.
I mean, that was cute. I mean, they want to be together, so.
But it was short and brief. It wasn't like fully. The animes weren't. There weren't any other animes that fully built their couples together.
Like I said, that's why I skipped voting for this one. I didn't even vote for this one.
Yeah, Sam.
They're the only one that I've seen.
For me, I had to give it to Omega in your Savage season. That's for me.
I would go with Love is War.
They're not a couple yet. That thing that bothers me. Why did they put
I know.
Like, it bothers me. Like,
I don't even know why they're in the category like that either.
The part of the show is the comedy is because they don't admit that they're a couple. That's the comedy of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, but that's also the comedy of it. We all have those friends where it's like, that they're dating, but they're not dating.
Like, we know you're effing. Just date already.
Not even
no.
that. It's just they do everything together. They're always together. Yeah, you're basically together, except you're not.
Yeah. But we cool though. So.
True.
Oh, she's not my girl, but we cool though. So.
True.
Moving on. Best voice actor performance in Japan.
I think this was unanimous between us.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's obviously Yusuke
Senko.
Kobayashi.
Yes.
It's like,
But the one that pissed me
I
off is why is Sayori Hayami, a Demon Slayer, there?
She was really good. I'll be honest. She was great.
It
She
was
good.
really good.
It was great. I'm not taking nothing from her. Is what I'm saying is that she was only in the last 5 episodes there, so it's hard to say that she had the best voice actor of Japan out of the year.
Yeah, but it's all about what you do at that time. Because I mean,
exactly.
with the movies, there's people who get best supporting Oscars for being in movies for 15 minutes. But it's what you do at that time.
Oh yeah, you're 100%
and she
correct.
is so calm, cool, collected, and dangerous.
I think it's just the character is well written, and she was perfectly cast.
Oh, you bring up a perfect support to what you're saying, James, because she went from 0 to 100, where she went really closely. Like, hey, I back you up. Now, if you have your sister kill a human, I will come and kill you too. So you're totally right about that. With the Japanese voice acting, you're 100%. But it's just that I feel like Senku was the best one out of all these 6.
He's the main character.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. So, all right. Best voice actor performance in English.
Another one that Ray's about to say is unanimous.
We all have this. You all have the same.
We all have the same one. Yeah.
It's Nafumi for sure.
Yeah, absolutely Nafumi.
Best. He's the best. Best comedy.
It sucks that James and
I didn't vote for these either.
I've never seen any of these anime.
I just didn't have the time. I did not have the time.
Out of all these, I hope before the spring season, because season 2 comes out, that James and Ray take the time to watch Kaguya-sama, because this is the best one to watch.
Kaguya-sama.
It's Kaguya-sama Love is War, and this is the one that should win. It's because it's entertaining, the comedy is there, and it brings the best usage about the narrator that we used to have back in the early 2000s. That the joke about the narrator, with the trailers. Like, remember back then, years ago, this narrator actually brings the comedy throughout the whole episode, not just the beginning. It's there in the middle, it's there in the end. So I love that aspect about
kind of like Jane the Virgin. That means I would like this a lot, because I love Jane the Virgin.
Oh, so yes, that's the best example. Nice one, Ray. So yes, so they did this exactly it. So it's definitely, thank you, Ray. Now I'm gonna use that as an example all the time to explain Kaguya-sama. So I definitely would say Kaguya-sama has to win. That's it.
All right.
Best fantasy.
Ray?
This is a weird category.
This was a real weird one. Like,
weird.
I don't actually, I don't even like the choice that I made now. So I'm like, I'm gonna pick something else.
Like
I picked Attack on Titan.
Like me and the guys were talking about behind the scenes and everything. The awards, Oscars, Golden Globes, Crunchyroll, they definitely need to fix their categories and stuff and what they decide, because this is the most weirdest one out of all the lists. Even though
the only one that's fantasy is Ascendance of a Bookworm.
I mean, technically, they're all technically fantasy. It's just
fiction.
But it's like fantasy, but then fantasy within the genre. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all technically fantasy, but it just seems like weird choices to me.
You know what?
I feel like the closest to fantasy is actually Demon Slayer, because if you guys remember that when they went to take the train at the last episode, these humans didn't know demons exist and what they do with the Demon Slayer corpse.
Yeah, they don't know about they don't know about demons.
So that's why I feel like that's almost closer to fantasy, because these humans still live their normal lives. So
I'm gonna pick Demon Slayer because of Inosuke. That's it.
Well, I'm to the Demon Slayer because of
but
what
he's
I just
not a fantasy. He's real.
So I'm using Demon Slayer because
Pigman is real.
So that's
I'm
my
picking
reason.
Our wonderful pig boy. I'm picking it because of him. Yep.
Isn't he a boar though?
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it more of a boar? I mean, yes,
it's a pig boy.
Boar. Well, okay.
Pig boy.
Oink. Okay.
I don't think I can really pick the category for this one, because most of these just doesn't make sense to me in fantasy category.
And James will be choosing Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I'm choosing Attack on Titan because I mean it's the story is just so rich. I mean,
of course he gets a reason for it.
I get it. I get it.
Just say,
you know how much I love Attack on Titan.
James, you don't have to give a reason. It's your opinion. Remember, you have the right for your own opinion. Remember, James. We said it in the middle of the episode. You have the right for your own opinion.
Yes, but you should also have reasonings for your opinions.
Okay, now best drama.
Villain Saga.
Yeah, that was easy for me. Villain Saga.
That's easy.
Best opening sequence.
Oh, this was actually difficult because I love 99.9 by Mob is a great one.
So why isn't Demon Slayer on this list? I'm very confused.
That's what I was gonna say. How do you put?
It's
weird.
That's a weird thing too, especially when it went platinum.
And
I thought it was weird.
And also, Karen Tuesday opening is good but not great. And touch of
Touch
my
was nice.
Overworld's nice, but I feel like it could have Demon Slayer opening could have replaced any of those two because Domestic Girlfriend is great. Mob Psycho 99.9 is great, and Villain Saga opening
it pumps you up. It was
great.
Good. It was good.
I don't even like the Mob intro, if I'm being honest.
Really?
So the abandoned sacred beast should have been in this one, and I'm mad.
We're making our own list next month, so don't worry.
Our list will be much better than this shit. I mean, out of these options, I chose Fire Force.
Oh yeah,
Fire Force. Inferno was. I've been listening.
I mean, that song is catchy as hell, though. So I mean, I
mean, but there's better options. Crunchyroll just doesn't have them.
They have many choices. They have have a long enough time to figure out.
And I mean, I know why Promised Neverland is there because it was done by Overworld. You know,
that's probably
I get it.
That's probably like.
So what they have, Lisa. Lisa's the one of the biggest.
Thank you.
This is also true, but
Lisa.
you know, we will make a
much
much better
the
list.
Opening for Demon Slayer, and it's so dope.
It's amazing. It was one of the best ones we got in the past 5 years.
And plus, also Sword Art Online opening was good too. It made no sense. So it's like
I mean, I like the ending more for Sword Art Online.
I think they were like, we've given Demon Slayer too many nominations. Which one do we take it from? The good one.
The good one that deserves to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Like it makes no sense.
Best ending sequence.
Dororo.
Dororo.
No contest.
Dororo.
I listened to this at work so many times, and people kept telling me, turn that Japanese music off. Like, no, what you mean, no? Like, why do you do that if you don't understand it? Like, because it's good music. Do you understand rap when you first listen to it? No.
Oh God, those are.
It's like
I'm sorry,
idiots.
not to throw shade, but comments like that are for people with small brains. It's music. Music is you're supposed to feel it.
Music is music.
Yeah. Exactly. You can love it if you don't understand the language of the lyrics. You can look up the lyrics if it means that much to you, but
do you like scores? Do you like music? Do you like beats? Do you instruments?
Do you like food?
The only genre of music that I make fun of all the time is country music because, you know, it's funny to make fun of country music, but it's still music. So
it's kind of like the same thing to me when I tell them, like, you guys like art, right? You guys don't understand art, but you interpret it in your own way. The same thing.
Exactly.
To Japanese, Australian music, there's K-pop. We all have our own interpretation to those. So how about you shove it up your ass and just enjoy it? That's what I say.
Oh, damn. Wow. All right. Oh boy. But yeah, if you haven't listened to the Dororo ending song, I need you to go do that. It's one of the. It's beautiful. Like
it's a nice chill music.
The only one that I will say that I would take it is maybe Torches by Amir.
Yeah, that would be your second.
Because it's good too. That one's good too. It really
it is a really good ending.
Or Vinland Saga's second ending, Drown.
The second ending is actually really good. Yeah.
So that would have been a great category. There would have been a lot of better choices for the ending too.
It's definitely for those for sure.
So, okay, that was all the Crunchyroll Anime Awards nominations. Those are our choices. If you want to listen to our choices again, you could just go back maybe 30 minutes and you can hear our results for this.
Yes.
Moving on to our next news. The manga adaptation for the Boruto anime has been confirmed for January 2020. The Mujina Bandit arc will begin.
I can't believe that there was filler this whole time. I'm very confused. I'm like, wait. You haven't gotten into the arc yet? What?
I won't believe it until I see it.
So James, so out of the past couple of episodes, because this is episode 35 we're doing, right, guys? I'm trying to double check again. I know
this is episode 40.
It is 35.
That it's still filler. They only has adapted the first arc from the manga, and that's the one that happened from the movie, and they just readapted it in the series that just to make it longer. So technically, it's been filler for the past. Is right now it's currently 141 episodes, and the filler or canon story is 135 or 132 episodes.
So if you've been wanting to start Boruto, now you can start.
Oh, technically you can watch the Naruto connecting to the 20th anniversary and then take a break and then come back in 5 more episodes, meaning in 5 more weeks.
So, quick question: is this all the fillers that's been coming in? Was this not the number of episodes of this filler longer than the trapped in the Genjutsu filler from everybody?
No.
No. Even if it isn't, no.
I just think there's more episodes and more.
Those fillers from the Genjutsu would have been entertaining if actually added story to the characters that we actually want to know, not stories that we don't want to know about Tenten. Like,
I swear, there's a chunk of Naruto where there's like 170 something episodes that's just filler
that I literally skipped. I skipped all of it. I literally skipped.
What?
I love Naruto, but I only like the good parts of Naruto. Oh my god, yeah, I literally skipped it. It was like I went online. It's like, how many of these episodes are filler, and how many can I skip? And they told me, and it was perfect. I didn't miss anything.
And and there's a lot of I love how people do the research for us. That there's a ranking of catalog for Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto, and Bleach and One Piece has more filler combined more than One Piece, and it's sad. And One Piece has more episodes.
It's like having a steak, and it's like 70% fat, and only 30% of it is the real meat of it.
I'm not gonna really complain about that, so that's a bad analogy, but I see what you're doing.
I was gonna say the same thing. I'm like,
how about say, Sam, have you ate steak before? Because technically that's a good thing, you know that, right?
I mean, it's terrible for me, and I'm probably gonna die, but it's gonna be delicious.
It's gonna be so good.
Technically, that's the good thing of steak.
Sorry, guys, can't do it. My heart would die first. I can't do
That's
that.
how I felt about the Naruto filler, so I skipped it.
Exactly. Right. What do you think? Yeah, it's better for my health if I don't do it. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they're finally starting their arc. Like, finally, the real main story that's from the manga. But what happens after this arc ends? Another 100 episodes of fillers before the next following arc?
Hey,
probably.
I'm not the person in charge of Studio Peria, the animation team. They must know what the hell they're doing, or really milking the cow really slowly, draining it until it dies, and just go.
Well, the cow isn't dead fully yet. It's just dried up in bones, but it ain't dead, so they'll still.
And it has become a 70% steak.
Yes, it has.
I mean, aged steaks are fine. But I feel like maybe, and this is just me giving the benefit of the doubt, maybe they wanted to tell their own stories. Like they had other people that wanted to tell their own stories, and they wanted to be able to take a property like Boruto, which is Naruto essentially, and do their own thing, because it is a prestigious like title, and so I get it. But man,
see,
please give me
you're nice. I think it's just licensing, because think about the whole Attack on Titan situation. The reason why it took so long between season 1 and season 2 is because the deal Isayama made pretty much said that the manga had to be a certain amount of chapters ahead of the anime. I think what other anime run into, it's like, well, we don't have enough source material, so let's put in a bunch of filler because that's all we can do right now. And because of licensing, we have to wait a while before we can start taking on the arc from the manga. So it's like, what do you prefer, filler or nothing at all? I kind of prefer nothing at all, because I hate watching.
Nothing.
I agree.
You can watch something else.
Nonsense.
Because
or watch something
else. Yeah.
There's so much more to watch.
Because we're in this day and age where now we have every season something. We have about 10 to 20 animes a season, that a lot of us that even does content don't even have the time to watch every single content, because we also have our personal lives, our husband, wives, our kids, and also to make content for those reaction reviews. So for us to watch every of them, we don't mind having a break of One Piece, Black Clover, Boruto. Give those animations a break, because those are people that have time crunch to have them out every single week. 3 weeks to make a new scene and new animation is tough for them. And to agree with what Ray said, is that probably that's why they want to make their own creation, their own fillers, because the same thing like with what happened with our man Miro a couple weeks ago, is that he got extra scenes in his type of animation. Not a lot of people was fan of it, but also it's because probably those animators want to add their own spin, their own story on it. And that's yes, it's fun to get mad at it, but at the same time, there's a difference from drawing it to making the animation. Is because there's also a different artistic style. The same thing from there is the same thing from going from a book to a movie to a TV show. It's because there's a different artistic style from a camera and angle. All those things are very different, and that is the beautiful of having your own creation.
Everybody has their own creative vision. You know what I'm saying?
Couldn't agree more.
I like when there are people who can express their creative vision given a medium that they really respect. I mean, sometimes it works for us and sometimes it doesn't. It's just, you know, we all see it differently. We interpret it differently. I was fine with the Mirio and how it happened, because I thought it just worked well. It was I thought it was more powerful that it was in still shots, honestly. It seemed more in tune with the manga, which sometimes you hear people cry about. It's like, oh, it's too different from the manga. But I was like, it was exactly like the manga to a point. So it's like, it works for me, but not the same thing works for everybody else.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we know Boruto the manga is still gonna be monthly, so we know after this arc, it's just
we all have said it on this show multiple times that Boruto the manga is actually fantastic.
It is.
So
it is.
Yes, please.
So, hey, people will enjoy the real story from this arc than more than no filler. Like they'll know when they watch it, they'll know when they know. Okay, guys. So 2020, early 2020, we're gonna have a whole entire list of movies to be watching.
Movies, yay, and animes. Oh my god, too many things. We're spoiled.
Number one, sweet number one, My Hero Academia: Heroes Rising.
And what else?
The film opens in February 26th, and advance tickets comes on January 31st. So buy tickets right away.
I can't wait.
No, sure that's gonna get sold out right away and quickly. Digimon Adventures: Last Evolution Kizuna film screams in the US on March 25th. I think that's a movie we're all looking forward to, because this is the original.
So excited. They're all grown up.
Yeah, like why not, bro?
I'm excited about it.
The Funimation will screen Violet Evergarden's movie Eternity in the Auto Memory Doll. They don't have a specific date yet, but it's going to be still with English subtitles, Japanese sub. Early 2020. It's coming really soon.
So out of these three movies that Sam mentioned, I'm excited for My Hero, then Digimon, then Violet Evergarden. My Hero is because it's freaking My Hero, and also for what our creator Hiroshi said, that this is what he thought was gonna be the original type of story that he's gonna put at the end. It's freaking exciting. And to note that this is only the first quarter of the year, January, February, March, and this is to be the first quarter of the year. So January we're getting Weather with You, so that doesn't really count since we're seeing it this week. Next month, 2 movies, My Hero, and then March is gonna be Digimon. First quarter of the year, we already have 4 roughly movies that's gonna be already top contender.
Anime. Anime of course too,
and it's exciting, and I'm happy for it. So I'm very happy to see that.
There's gonna probably be some other anime movie too. Me and Miguel might catch them, but yeah, we'll let you guys know once we watch them.
But I'm happy, and plus for Digimon to come back on the screen, it sucks there's only one night, but I'm very happy for Toei to bring more Digimon and still keep the Digimon versus Pokemon type of rival still going on. You know,
I think this year might be the year where a lot more anime movies are coming in to premiere. Even if it's just for like one day, that's fine. like you bring it out here in the US. The whole point is we want to go and watch it. So this might be the year where there's gonna be a lot of anime movies coming out in theaters. They might even put Demon Slayer movie in theaters too.
They're gonna put Demon Slayer movie in theaters.
Why would you not watch this in theaters? You need to watch this.
I mean, I love that we're getting so many more, and I think it's because it's more accessible now than it's ever been. And
Agreed.
I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
So more, please. Yes.
More. I know we're being greedy, but you gave us so much in 2019, so you have to expect the same threshold of amazing new good stuff in anime. So yes, more.
Definitely.
But yeah, for sure. I hope you guys will go buy tickets, watch these movies, because for sure we are going to enjoy the heck out of all of them. All right, guys, that's all we have from our podcast. Ray, James, can you give us your plugs?
Yeah, you guys can follow me all over social media at C4 spoilers. Pretty much to find everything that we're doing, head over to kefufu-spoilers.com. You get links to all of our articles, our social media, links to all of the podcasts on the podcast network. The next episode of the Kefufu Spoilers podcast is going to be all about the most anticipated films of 2020. We're going to be talking about the Oscar nominations, Oscar snubs, Oscar surprises. It's going to be a really fun episode. Stay tuned for that.
Oh man, I can't wait to hear you talk about how many things should have got nominated that didn't, but that's the Oscars, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know me by now. And if not, hi, I'm Rayapollo. I'm a Twitch streamer, and I also make content on YouTube sometimes. So, right now, when you're listening to this, I am currently playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot and probably haven't slept. And it's a wonderful Saiyan-fueled experience that I hope everybody joins me for. So
that
Dragon Ball Kakarot.
Legendary. That makes him legendary.
Happening on twitch.tv. The easiest way to get there, Rayapollo, in your URL. Go right now. Just type in Rayapollo, RAYAPOLLO.TV. Will take you directly to my Twitch page. Come follow along and have a good time. We love anime around this house. So,
question: will you still be wearing your Dragon Ball?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, cool. And when are you eating pancakes with cheese?
Actually sooner than you think.
Oh, awesome. I'm excited, guys. But yeah, guys, so check them out. Support us on Patreon. Listen to us. Talk about weird stuff that we like to scream, and also go to hentai panels. Definitely. Let's all go together. Hold hands. Oh, sorry, not hold hands, because our hands will be.
I'm touching you.
I'm not. We're not holding nobody's hands at a hentai panel. Nope.
What a great way to end the show. Yeah, let's go, guys.
Touching nobody's hand at a
Take it away, Sam.
Thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys very enjoy. If you actually did, give us a 5-star reviews on iTunes, and hopefully one day we get some ads and sponsors to help support this podcast. And if you like what we do, please write a review, because that's what we love to do.
Yes, please write a review.
We will give you a shout out on our podcast, and we will answer any questions that you have. And hey, we can also invite you as our guests onto our podcast too, and we can all talk about anime, manga, movies, anything that you want to talk about. This is Weeb Heaven.
And hentai panel. I'll tell you guys later. Bye-bye.
Thank you guys for listening. Peace.
I think you just scared off all of our potential guests. You want to hold hands with them at a hentai panel. How nice.